My name's Lila Jennings, 34, divorced, no kids, and up until last month I thought the scariest thing in life was starting over. I was wrong. It all started when I moved into my aunt's old cabin in a tiny Oregon coastal town called Red Harbor. I'd inherited it after she passed suddenly. No warning, no illness. Just didn't wake up one morning. Everyone told me to sell it. Too remote, they said. You'll go crazy out there alone. But that's exactly why I chose it. I wanted to disappear for a while. From the city. From my ex. From the whole damn noise of my life. At first it was peaceful. Mornings with coffee on the porch, the sound of waves in the distance, the smell of pine everywhere. Nights were still, eerily still, like time just paused out here. But then weird things started happening. Small stuff at first. Like my phone, dying overnight even though it was plugged in. Or the back door being unlocked when I swore I locked it. I chalked it up to forgetfulness, stress. Then one morning I found muddy footprints in the kitchen. Too big to be mine. I live alone. I stood there staring at them, my heart thumping so hard I felt it in my throat. I didn't call the cops. I don't know why. Maybe part of me thought if I ignored it, it would go away. I cleaned it up, locked every door and window, even started keeping a knife by my bed. Just in case. Then, 3 days later, I found something worse. There's this crawl space under the cabin. Nothing more than a hatch in the floor of the pantry. I never thought to open it. But that morning, the hatch was cracked open, and inside was a small wooden box. Old, dusty, and locked. I don't know why I even opened it. Maybe I felt like it was calling me. Or maybe I was already losing it. I picked the lock with a bobby pin. Inside were a bunch of photos, black and white, curled at the edges. All of women. Different ages, different years. All with the same handwritten word on the back, replacement. One photo was of me. Taken outside the cabin. I don't know when. I don't remember ever posing for it. That night I barely slept. Every creak, every gust of wind outside made me jump. At 3:12 a.m. I heard it. The hatch slammed shut. I ran into the pantry, knife in hand. It was closed. Locked. Just like I'd left it. But taped to the top was a note, written in red marker, block, letters. You shouldn't have come back. I didn't even know I'd been here before. But apparently someone thinks I had. And now, I'm starting to wonder if maybe I have. But that doesn't make any sense. Right? The next morning, I woke up with blood under my nails. Not a lot. Just enough to send my stomach lurching. I checked my body for scratches. Nothing. I even looked under the sheets. No cuts, no sign of anything. I wasn't hurt. But someone, or something, was. Still shaken, I drove into town for supplies. Red Harbor's not much. Gas station, a diner, a post office that's closed more than it's open. Everyone stares a little too long, like they know something I don't. At the diner, the waitress, a woman in her 60s with a smoker's voice and sharp eyes, looked me over and said, "You're not the first." I froze. The first what? She just shrugged and dropped my receipt without another word. That night, I checked the attic. I don't know why. Something just kept pulling at me, like there was a string tied around my ribs, tugging me upward. The attic stairs groaned like they hadn't been touched in years. Dust floated in thick layers. And in the far corner, I saw it. A mirror. Not some handheld thing. This was a tall, full-body antique mirror, tucked under a dusty sheet. I pulled the cover off and I gasped. Because the reflection wasn't right. It was me, but not me. The woman in the mirror had my face, but she wasn't copying my movements. Her eyes blinked when mine didn't. She smiled when I didn't. I took a step back. She didn't. Then she mouthed something. Not again. I slammed the sheet back over the mirror and ran downstairs. I should have left then. I should have packed up and burned the place down. But something stopped me. I needed answers. I deserved answers. So I went back to the crawl space. This time, I took a flashlight and a crowbar. The hatch creaked open like it had been expecting me. I climbed down, feet hitting the dirt, the smell of damp earth crawling up my nose. What I found under there was a hallway, wooden, narrow, with a line of light bulbs strung along the ceiling, flickering every few seconds. It wasn't supposed to be there. The cabin had no basement, no floor plans, no records, nothing. But the hallway went on. And the walls? They were covered in photographs. More women. More versions of me. Some smiling. Some terrified. Some lifeless. At the end of the hallway was a door, and written on it, in that same red marker, Cycle 11. Do not activate. But I did. I opened the door, and standing there was me, tied to a chair, mouth gagged, eyes wide with terror. I took a step back, bile rising in my throat, and then a voice from behind whispered, "Replacement confirmed." She looked just like me. Same nose, same scar on the eyebrow I got from falling off a swing when I was 8. Same chipped tooth. Even the little mole under my jaw. It was me. But her eyes, they were begging. She tried to scream, but the gag muffled everything. She shook her head violently, desperately. Her whole body trembled. I stumbled back, hand over my mouth, whispering, "What the hell is this?" Then I heard it. That voice again. Calm. Male. So close it felt like it was coming from inside my head. Replacement confirmed. Cycle 11 in progress. I turned around, but no one was there. Just the hallway. Empty. Silent. I rushed to the woman. No. To her. To me. Untied the gag. She gasped, coughing, tears streaming down her face. "You're not real," she whispered, eyes wide with horror. "You're just another copy." "What are you talking about?" I asked, my voice shaking. "They print us, like pages, test us, reset us, kill the ones that remember." She clutched my wrist with surprising strength. "If you're here, they know you're unstable. You'll glitch, like me." I shook my head. "No, I live here. This is my life." She laughed, bitter and broken. "That's what I thought too, until I found the mirror. The mirror. I thought about the attic, her mouth moving out of sync. That look, like she knew me before I knew her. Before I could ask another question, the lights above flickered and dimmed. Then, sirens. A low mechanical alarm echoing through the hallway. The door slammed shut behind me. "They're coming," she said. "Who's they?" But she didn't answer. She just lunged forward, grabbed the crowbar from my hand, and smashed a hidden panel behind the chair. The wall cracked open. Behind it, another tunnel. "Run," she said. "You might still have time." I hesitated. "Why are you helping me?" She looked at me, eyes hollow. "Because if one of us makes it out, maybe that's enough." I turned and ran. The tunnel was narrow, damp, endless. My breath echoed like thunder. I didn't know what I was running toward, only what I was running from. Eventually I hit a dead end. No doors. No lights. But carved into the wall was something that made me drop to my knees. My name? Savannah Lane. Cycle 11. Status: observation failed, termination pending, and right below it, a new name. Savannah Lane Cycle 12. Status: in progress, memory reset. At 0314 I looked at my watch. It was 3:14. Then, darkness, total, and a voice, one I recognized. "Welcome back, Savannah. Let's try again."